Shalom, Kal Halalim La Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakahak Wadash, double honor to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect, the 144,000 men pushing the word in sincerity and truth, and the rest of the elect, the 1/3 men, women, and children. To you I say Shalom. And this image is a depiction of a worshiper of the Queen of Heaven. And it's very sad that you actually have men, that are of our nation, Israelite men, so-called black men, so-called Hispanic men, so-called Native American men, that have this demonic spirit on them. And it's not always bowing down and kissing a woman's feet. What's terrible about this? It's a mental thing as well. It's a lot of witchcraft behind this as well, because you have women that try to, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to put this spirit on men. They're into a lot of spells. Or how can I get this man to worship me? How can I get this man to chase me? Or whatever demonic ideas and practices these women indulge in. It's a reality. Now the scripture speaks about let me just get it here. Let me search it. But this is a very important video to do, because you'd be surprised that you have a lot of men, even in the truth, that are still rewarding women for bad behavior. And now that's also a Queen of Heaven spirit. You're not mentally stronger than these women. You're giving in to their demonic strategies. Okay? And now let me get that as well. Snares and nets. Because you gotta just follow the scriptures, right? It's that simple. But you gotta just say fuck the woman sometime. Because if she's not working on your program, just fucking forget it, man. It's a lot of high level witches, man. These women are witches. But the scripture does say here in Numbers, this is Numbers chapter 23, verse 23, and it says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any division against Israel. So let's not jump past this first line. There's no enchantment against Jacob, right? What does enchantment mean? Let's get the word here. As I mentioned, these women are witches, man. Sometimes men can't look past the looks, the beauty, and we'll get that as well. Scriptures warns about that. Now Satan acting up. Because spirit has been out lately, man. Since that little fiasco with Deacon Akan, his ex rib. Brothers have been putting out women videos on the woman more. Okay, because we're coming into that time. All right, because the scriptures does speak about stumbling not at the beauty of a woman, right? But let's get this in Numbers chapter 23. It says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. And what does that word enchantment mean? Divination, right? Let's go into more here. It goes into omen, right? Goes into augury. Okay, and it also says, yeah, so pretty much witchcraft, omens, right? Augury is pretty much going into, fortune telling and, those type of ancient Roman, practices, right? And that's witchcraft. Okay, so there's no enchantment against Jacob, and specifically an elect Israelite man, not just any Israelite man, okay? Because there is enchantment against these fucking 2/3 niggas. Example here, men that actually believe women are God and, oh, she should be treated like a queen or my princess. These women don't behave like princesses, man. That's not the reality, you know? Scripture says, this is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 26, and it says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and net, and her hands as band. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her." Now, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, always rescues or delivers his men from wicked women. No matter if it's 2 years or a few months, the Lord will always take you out of a situation like that when you please him, right? When you're doing his work. Now, if you're a wicked man, this woman is going to take you. And you may not be physically bowing down to her, but in the spirit, psychologically, she has you in her hands, right? Because in Second Esdras, it says, I think chapter 4, verse 26, it says, "Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and have become servants for their sakes." So you shouldn't go out of your wits for women, man. This is not something that you should do because it destroys kings. Okay? So let me get that. There's too many women in the world to be worrying about some dumb bitch, man. But there's a lot of, there's a lot of witchcraft tied to it, so easier said than done. This is, I think in Proverbs, right? It says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." So you got to set your standards down using the scriptures, of course, first and foremost. And this is sound advice. Again, it says, Salakia, I be jumping around. Again, it says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." So when women are playing games with you, what does the scripture say? Don't give into it. Okay, when women are doing their demonic games, this moment you and her are good, this moment she's not talking to you, okay, so be it. Don't give it any strength. Okay? When a woman is forcing you to do something you don't want to do, don't give it any strength. Ignore it. She'll calm down and move on. And if she doesn't, then fuck her. That's the Lord. That's the Lord rescuing you from her. As it says in Ecclesiastes, you will escape a woman that does not mean you well. But if you're a sinner, you're going to be taken by her. She's going to destroy you. And best believe these women destroy Jake all the time. And there's no witchcraft that can affect a man of the Lord when it comes to these women. And you got to believe that. However, if you're a nigga, if you don't believe, if you're half-assed into this truth, if you're treating this truth like something that's on your priority list, but it's not the number one thing, then you're going to get caught up. Because it should be number one. Yahweh Shem Yahushai should always be number one. The brotherhood should always be number one. That's also an aspect as well. These things, these type of mentalities will save you from getting caught by these women, will save you from being in situations where women can destroy you. Okay? So we all love women, we all like women, but you gotta understand the times we're in, man. The devil, so-called Edomite, Slakia, not the so-called Edomite, the so-called white man who is an Edomite, Esau Edom, he is working with these women, man. Okay? He is using the media, the music, different agents to attack brothers, to come into your life and, create chaos and try to like get you out of the truth. I believe that's true. Why? Because we're working against a devil that's high in wickedness. Okay? He practices it morning and night, right? He cannot go to bed without doing wickedness. and the earth has been given into his hand. So you can't put anything past this devil. However, always remember there is no enchantment against Jacob. So he can try all he wants. The Lord is going to rescue his elect every time. Okay? So don't worry about these women, man, because as Isaiah 4 and 1 is coming up, when that day when seven women will take hold of one man. And what's going to get them into that situation? The circumstances of the earth. All hell is going to break loose. Reality is going to crack like a windscreen. Everything is going to fall down. The curtains are going to fall. And then a man is going to be a hiding place from the wind. And then these women are going to realize that everything that they've been standing on, that foundation is weak. It was a paper bag. Okay? They've been standing on a foundation that they think is solid, but it's really just a paper bag, man. You can't stand on a paper bag. That's why I'm using that as an example. Okay? So in that day, don't even worry about it, man. Yeah, we do like to get our dicks wet and you know, have sex with women. Cool. We're men. You're going to desire a woman, but you got to use more wisdom. Okay, the Lord will give you certain opportunities at the right time. Or if you don't have a woman right now, that's okay. Just focus on the work of the Lord, because Isaiah 4 and 1 is around the corner. Okay? And 7 is just a number of completion. It's not a specific number. You're going to have men that have more than that. Okay? So we don't need to humble these women. The Lord is going to humble them. The prophecies are going to humble them. That's what the next chapters in life have to offer these women. A great humbling. Okay, a great bringing down. Okay? A lot of death. Terrible deaths. That's what's coming. I keep saying it. Stampedes. Chaos. Worse than any horror movie you've ever watched. This is what's coming to you women. So the men that are in the spirit, they're going to die as well. Because you're joined onto the woman that's joined onto Esau. And that's a through spirit. That's a bugged out spirit to be in. You're so caught up under your woman's thumb. You don't even realize that she is under the craft of Esau, Edom. So you're following a bitch that's following Esau. You're done. You're through. Okay? So don't have a spirit to always accommodate these women's bullshit. Now, if you have your woman, you can't tell a man what to do. But if you have your woman, then you do what you do with your woman, man. Like, you should have that on a certain level. Not even talking about the aspect of kissing a woman's feet physically. It's much more severe than this image, man. It's the mental aspect. Women are more slacking, not women. Men are more submissive to their men than Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't even know who Yahweh Shem Shai is. That's who you should submit to, not these bitches. Most men have never had a virgin, so why are you going out of your wits? Why are you losing your shit over a woman that's going to trap you up and take you on a Six Flags roller coaster mentally, psychologically? Because they're stronger than you men, man. Because you men don't realize that you're the prize, you're the power. You're the one that is to be leading. But again, I can read this, Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. This is fitting as well. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And this is the leadership that you people follow. Okay? You follow women. You have a lot of simps. This is really towards the simps, right? There should be no simp in this truth. Only thing you should be simping for is Yahweh Shem Shai. Not these women, man. These wicked ass women. You gotta ignore these broads, man. Because when you ignore them, they fall in line. And regardless of that shit, we don't care about that anyways. The Lord is gonna humble them. Okay, let me just close with this. The Lord is the one that's gonna humble these women. So you don't even have to play games and oh, let's play the ignoring game. I'm just gonna stop talking to this hoe. She might come back. Man, fuck that. All right, so we're too late in the game. Okay, so this is Micah chapter 7, verse 8. And a lot of you men are gonna get this same treatment as well. All right, it says, rejoice not against me, O mine enemy, when I fall, I shall rise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. A lot of these women are rejoicing in men. You know, these I gotta say, let me just say it like this, these simps, because these simps are tied to these women. These simps are on a leash. So these simps are like these bitches dogs, right? So you gotta put them in one. Okay, so it says, rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. And when I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. Right, this is a elect man speaking. This is the spirit of an elect member, a hopeful elect, right? Because none of us know if we're of the elect. Okay, so verse 9 says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And when we have that righteousness, when we have that protection, we're going to have confidence in the days of trouble, right? When shit hits the fan, when it's stuck on the fan, okay, and the fan is not spinning, and there's only chaos, we're going to be okay because we're going to have that faith. We're going to say, oh, this is a prophecy coming to pass. We're going to know what time we're in while everybody else is going to be bugging out, right? And verse 10 says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, right? She's going to see everything falling down. And she's also going to see the men of the Lord calm, cool, and collective, not panicking. Because the Lord is going to put the spirit of on a lot of these women to see the glory of the men. Okay, and it says, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Because you're gonna have these women, these type of women that pass every day and say, oh, these men, they're wasting their times, they're wasting their lives worshiping and doing something and believing in something that's never gonna happen. You know, a lot of these women a lot of these women say similar things like this: where is Yahweh thy power? Where is the Lord thy God? Right? The scripture says, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Okay. And let me just close with this. This is a stampede. You're going to see millions of people, millions of bodies, but they're just going to be dead bodies and they're going to be trodden down. Okay? And human people slack it. Yeah, man. I didn't even want to see no Calgary shit, but human death stampede. Yeah, man. This is how it's gonna be. I'm trying to paint the best picture, but you're gonna have women trotting down in the streets, you know, stabbed up, all sorts of shit, man. It sounds graphic, but you men, man, snap the fuck out of it, man. But man, fuck you too, man, because you simps are gonna stay being simps. Okay, this is only for the sincere men out there. Whoever the Lord wants to receive this message will receive it. Okay, you should not be in a spirit of worshiping any woman, man. And a lot of Judites, man, in fucking Babylon, they have some heavy woman worshiping demons on them, man. Some weird fetishes, man. They like to be dominated by men, women. and men too. Yuck. But the point is this, man. He had what's his name? I didn't even want to mention him. Gorilla Shebrew. Cause he's a bitch. He likes to be dominated by women too. So if you any men out there has that same spirit on them, man, you need to fast and pray. If you know that you're weak to women in certain ways, you have the videos going around with this fucking wet bread nigga, because he's a wet bread. He's soft, talking about, oh, they taught us to not take care of our children and our women. Man, fuck the woman if she's bringing you down, and fuck them kids too. Shalom.